Fox with it. Down just a couple. Here's the call. Intentional foul. Referee all over it.
Wow, maybe a design disruption right there. Or probably just an accident.
They work it down to Barnes. Harrison Barnes powers it through.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
George to Beverly. Fires the three, and Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Fox across the timeline. They're down three. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
De'Aaron Fox. Kawhi Leonard swats it. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Look, it's still early. Make your opponent work for those possessions. You don't want to start racking up too many personal fouls.
First one, count it. And he makes them both. George against Corey Brewer. Screen coming. Working the outside. Gets it in the left corner. Cruises inside for two.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Into the front court, it's Fox. Down three to Barnes. Driving right to the basket. Rises for the slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Paul George missed his first. That one goes.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Harrison Barnes. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good. Converts on the three-point play. It's 9-9. It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Leonard. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Fox into the front court. They trail by two. Montrezl Harrell able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
The drive right to the basket. Kawhi Leonard 2 for 2. That's what you want.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Fox with it, trailing by 4. Here comes the screen. Brewer, tough matchup against George. Dives for it, not afraid to mix it up. Nice pass to set things up.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Fox across the timeline. Now down 6. To Barnes. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Short jumper misses.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
He made his first effort, but not that time. Kawhi Leonard against Corey Brewer. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Kawhi Leonard gets a look. Can't hit.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Kawhi Leonard, 3 for 4. Good start.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Into the front court. It's Fox. Down 8. And scores.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Screen coming. Leonard to Beverly. Gets it in the right corner. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Paul George with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
I got him.
Strong finish for Paul George.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Fox into the front court. They find themselves down 10. Whoa, what a finish.
I mean, defense. Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
George against Corey Brewer. It's Sacramento ball to Fox. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To George. Beverly. To Leonard. Paul George to Leonard. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Fox with it. Margins 8. To Bagley. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Easy path to the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
It's LA Clippers ball. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Beverly from long range. Shot no good. You know Beverly can appreciate good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Leonard. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
Fox across the timeline. Right now, down 7. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Screen coming. George to Beverly. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
and hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws.
Los Angeles, number 23, Louis Williams.
Sacramento ball. Down the lane to lay it in.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Here comes the screen. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Leonard. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Into the front court. It's Fox. Looking to make something happen. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Time to shuffle things up.
Number 6, Corey Joseph.
Clippers have the basketball. Kawhi Leonard guarded by Ariza. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. And Kawhi Leonard buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Fox into the front court, trailing by 11. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Beverly. Here's a chance from long range. He's got it for 3.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Fox with it. Down 12. Nice pass to get things going.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Probing the defense. LA with 4 to shoot. Paul George, 4-2. Not that time.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play.
Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Nothing going here on that drive. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Beverly into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Driving right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Patrick Beverly trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 76% from the line.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Fox across the timeline. Down 11. He throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
The first quarter's complete. The Clippers are out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's the Kings now at the ball. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Lets it fly from long range, and the Clippers have the rebound. Backcourt. Goes reverse to lay it in.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Short jumper off the mark.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
And the basket good at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Kawhi Leonard guarded by Ariza. Oh, had him going there for a second. Stuffs it down with authority.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
And count the basket inside.
When things click, they click. That's good offense right there.
Paul George to Gilgeous-Alexander. 4-3. The rookie, Gilgeous-Alexander, with the three.
You live by the three, you die by the three. And guess what? They're living large right now.
Kings have the basketball. And throws it down.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Leonard to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires the three. Ooh, he'll take that.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Number 0, Trevor Ariza.
Leonard to Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc.
Number 6, Corey Joseph. That's it.
Paul George is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Second of 3 is good. Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them. Marcin Gortat tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Here comes the screen. It's Gortat with the rebound. To Williams. Here comes the screen. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
And the finish at the rim.
When things click, they click. That's good offense right there.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Into the game for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard. They'll get it down low to Harrell. To Leonard. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. The shot, almost.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win the defensive battle.
Kawhi Leonard, guarded by Ariza. Here comes the screen. Five seconds to shoot. Leonard. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Here comes the screen. To Harrison Barnes. The drive right to the basket. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Hey, switch, I got it.
LA with 4 to shoot. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Kings with the ball. Marcin Gortat with the block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Beverly into the front court. The lead stands at 9. Leonard to Williams. Beyond the arc for 3. That's how you defend. To Bagley. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Leonard to Beverly for 3. And Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
They'll work it down to...
Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. To Beverly.
Subbing in for the Kings.
Leonard to Beverly. Leonard to Beverly. Fires the 3. Shot no good. You know Beverly can appreciate good defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Beverly into the front court. up by 6. Leonard to Korver. From long range. Can't do much better than that. Kyle Korver misses the shot. Off the assist.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Korver. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Kyle Korver, couple of free throws on the way. Career 88% from the line. And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Marcin Gortat snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Kawhi Leonard against Corey Brewer. Here's a chance from long range. You need a brick wall to defend this guy. One of the best in the game, Kyle Korver.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
To Bagley. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
2 for 2 on that trip. Clippers have the basketball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Into the front court, it's Fox. Trailing by 10. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. LA Clippers with the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Leonard. And counted at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
The assist from number 13.
Leonard to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Fox into the front court. Margins 8. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
It's Sacramento ball. De'Aaron Fox to Barnes. Cashes in for 2.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Lays it up and in.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Beverly. To Leonard. And the nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Fox with it. 9-point margin. Has a chance. Off the mark. To Korver. Beverly. To Korver. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Clippers have the lead.
The Clippers have themselves a close game after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Kings are still very much in this matchup. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Sacramento Kings.
Game track. Bench points.
The coaches are getting the kind of bench production that can make for some interesting rotations. Keep an eye on the substitution patterns in the second half.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Fox across the timeline. His guys down by 9. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. To George. It goes down. He improvises and scores. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
The assist from
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly to Paul George. Leonard to George. Fine to shoot to Paul George. Lets it fly from long range, and the rebound comes down to Sacramento. Great feed, sets it up. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Leonard to Beverly. Gortat to Beverly. 4-3. Never dare Patrick Beverly. Hits a wide open three.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
Oh, he had it. George against Corey Brewer. Here comes the screen. LA with 4 to shoot. It's George for 2. Can't connect.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And Ed, not every pass needs to be a home run pass or thread the needle. Sometimes an easy kick ahead or an easy shuffle pass can make the game simple. The more simplistic the game is, the more efficient you'll be as a unit.
Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24. George, man, that was a tough shot.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Sacramento ball. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Off the mark on the first free throw. No good. Missed them both. To George. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. PG lets it fly. Can't connect. Into the front court. It's Fox. His guys down 11. Nice finish at the rim.
It has been. The passing has been great, but the precision of the passing has been next level. Every pass has been delivered right in the pocket, ready for the player to either shoot or dunk the ball.
It's LA Clippers ball. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Stuffs it down with authority.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Marcin Gortat pins it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Beverly into the front court. It's an 11-point game. Leonard to Paul George. Oh, he had him there for a second. Paul George fires. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
Fox into the front court. He'll run the offense to Harrison Barnes. Clippers have it. LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard to George. Fires the 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Down low for Barnes. Harrison Barnes powers it through. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Clippers have the basketball. Take stock of the floor. Leonard to Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc. Cleans it and a putback slam.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Shot by Fox, no good. Shot clock winding down. Nothing going here on that drive. The shot by George won't go down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Turns and slams it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. George. That's a 24-second violation. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. De'Aaron Fox gets it at the top of the key. To Fox. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Dwayne Dedman has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 69% at the line. Missed the second. 0 for 2.
And number 25.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Probing the defense. And he finishes at the rim.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Fox with it. The deficit now up to 13. Beyond the arc for 3. And Boban there to take in the rebound. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. The drive right to the basket. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
It's the Kings now with the ball. De'Aaron Fox. Deep left corner. Driving right to the basket. Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
For 3, that's off the side of the rim. No good. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters. But when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard to Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot clock expires. Both coaches hitting the reset button. fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Subbing in for the Clippers, number 23.
Runner's good there.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Trevor Ariza. To Korver. 5 on the shot clock. Kawhi Leonard. Won't go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Beverly into the front court. The lead is 11. Curling inside and scores. Strong take.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Joseph with it. His guys trail by 13. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
It's LA Clippers ball. Surveys the floor. Shot clock winding down. To Korver. Shot clock violation. He wants it at the rim and scores.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Here comes the screen. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Leonard to Korver. Fires the 3. Can't do much better than that. Kyle Korver misses the shot. Terrific vision. Good look that time, but off the mark. Clippers have the basketball. LA with 4 to shoot. Leonard to Williams. 24-second violation. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 5, Montrezl Harrell.
Great look and vision. Dwayne Dedmon with the 2.
Ooh, if I had that kind of vertical, I'd be throwing it off the glass and showing out. But the coaching staff is probably okay with the easy lay right there.
Baseline drive. Stuffs it down with authority. Desperation shot here from half court. That's the end of the third quarter. The Clippers are out in front. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Here comes the screen. Beverly to Gortat. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. gets it.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Kawhi Leonard, guarded by Ariza. Navigating through traffic. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Montrezl Harrell rejects it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Got it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Curling inside. It's good. And one.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on the three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. To Bagley. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
LA Clippers with the basketball. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Probing the defense. Gets it in the left corner. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Kawhi Leonard sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Parker to Beverly from long range. They love this hustle. Shot from the lane won't go. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Sizing up the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. To Beverly. Parker. Tony Parker is going to get a chance at 3 here. Shoots it at 75% for his career. Misses the first. And he hits the second.
Subbing in for the Sacramento Kings, number 33, Corey Brewer.
The drive, right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
It's LA Clippers ball. Takes stock of the floor. Kawhi Leonard picked up by Ariza. To Parker. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, Nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Good ball. Got some for him.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Leonard to Gortat. Tony Parker, better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Leonard to Williams. Straight on look. Leonard to Gortat around the perimeter. Shot clock violation. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Huge block. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Offensive board. Yes. And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. And the margin down to 8.
Hey, lock up. Lock up.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. George against Corey Brewer.
Watch that cut. I got the cut. Watch the cut. Watch the cut.
Here's a chance from long range. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Nice pass to set things up. Barnes, wide open look, won't go. Clippers have the basketball. To Parker. Paul George. Oh, had him going there for a second. Costa Kufos sends it away. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Brewer, tough matchup against George.
Go. 2 minutes. 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 2 min
Korver. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Off the mark. Well contested.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
LA Clippers with the basketball.
Defense, let's go.
Parker. To Korver. Trying to cash in. Korver's shot misses. Joseph with it. His guys trail by 10. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. It remains Sacramento basketball. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Coming right.
Down to 5 on the 24.
What's that cutter? What's the cutter?
Tony Parker. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Kings have the basketball. To Fox. Probing the defense. From the painted area, won't go down. Parker into the front court. The lead is 12. To Gortat. George. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
The Clippers with 4 to shoot. George lets it fly. The screen sets him up for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Bagley. Clippers have it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
To George. Parker. George against Corey Brewer. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. To Korver. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
To Fox. De'Aaron Fox slams it down.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
George to Gortat. LA with 4 to shoot. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Fox across the timeline. 14-point deficit. The pass taken away by the Clippers. leaves the defender in the dust. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper misses. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer, it's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the A Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers got the win in a close game. And of course, I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the three ball, and it was instrumental to their success. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Kings just couldn't close this one out. They did a great job with their ball movement, forcing the defense to constantly make adjustments. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the win. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Sacramento Kings.
Game track. Assists.
I was really impressed by the way these teams shared the ball. As you can see in these highlights, the ball movement was spectacular. It can't be said enough. The extra pass can make all of the difference.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard was happy to throw down plenty of dunks. And if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here are the upcoming games for the Sacramento Kings. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the ground. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the ground. Wait, baby girl, what you doing? What's your name? I ain't play no games. See these diamonds in my chain. Yeah, I took it to the and she for the fame. So I in my range. Ooh, get that money to the top, never stop. That work, ooh, but I'm the man. Cuban diamonds dance. Had the friend, I might put it on the ground. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan. These red bottoms, I know Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the ground. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? I just 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan.